Oh, hello. Welcome to Storie Grubb Draws. I was trying something. I don't think I have the right tools for it, though. We'll see. It's Sunday morning on planet Earth. Late Sunday for some, Monday morning for others. A lot of people are still sleeping. Daydreaming. Trying to make sense of it all. Sometimes the answers mainly come when you're asleep. And I'm cool with that. Even though my dreams are chaotic, at least I can find peace there to a certain degree. Within the chaos. I think I'm doing a self-portrait. Definitely don't have the right tools for what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It'd be neat if the paper underneath was actually colored. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. I gotta get my coffee. Or as I like to call it, my willpower. The will to survive, the will to live. I call it coffee. Coffee first, art second. That's what I say. I've never done this sort of thing before. I'm just kind of having fun with it, if that's what you want to call it. And then you take the good old-fashioned ice pick. Yeah, that's right. You get the ice pick and you just start digging. You just dig away. Swing away, Merle. Merle. Mal. Doesn't do it justice, though. That's an ear. Let this be a warning, friends. Let this be a warning. Careful, sweetie. Get up there. Come on. There you go. Good job. Good job. Everything's going to be okay. There we are. Perfect. Perfect. It's very difficult to draw on this thing. Now he's looking at you. Yeah, I like it, but I need to get better tools. Until then, I'm just a washed up Willie. Until then, I'm just a washed up Willie. Everybody knows that. Nobody wants to admit it. I'm pretty good at admitting stuff most of the time. Even though I don't like to admit it. I think that's where art comes in handy, you know? It can make you feel stuff. Make you see things that maybe you didn't think were there before. And such, you know, and such. Right now I'm drawing an amoeba that attacked me last night in my sleep. I'm trying to get revenge. I'm trying to remember what that little bastard looked like. Yeah, no. I wanted to make him smiling, but I don't think he was smiling. I think he was grimacing, which is even more terrifying. And then there's like a little shoulder there, little doll's head. You know, we all have the doll's head. Right now I'm drawing a dream. And I was smiling just a little bit. Just enough to pass the time. I was all alone in the dream. Desperate for love. And then I thought to myself, what is love if you don't know how to love on yourselves then? And I spent 17 years in the Himalayan Tibetan mountains up in Washington. Under a vow of silence and under the threat of violence. I learned how to fight. I learned how to become the knight. And I fought injustice and danger and evility everywhere. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh, shoot. Earthquakes. There we go. And let's give him some Mickey Mouse ears, because everybody loves Mickey Mouse. Everybody loves Ricky Rat. Here we go. Right now I am drawing the amoeba with a conscience, essentially. This is the representation of its conscience. There's a lot of silence. A lot of junk. Mind junk. Just don't know how I managed to ruin it every single time. Everywhere I go. I just wanted to make sure this little person that I'm drawing existed. There's little shadows over there on that side. Hello, Melissa. Did that say Melissa? Hello, Melissa. Sorry. I'm trying the horizontal thing today, and I'm not sure how it's working out. Well, thank you, Melissa. That's very, very, very sweet of you to say. I'm going to give you 10 points for the day and a gold star. And if you want, sugar-free lollipops for everyone. It's up to you, though, to give them out. I'm going to hold you responsible for giving them out to... Oh, yourself. Well, I have about 3,000 of them because I was expecting 3,000 people to be watching me this morning, per usual. But unfortunately, it's Sunday. And that's, for me, it's fun day, but for most people, it's sleep-in day. And not watch Storie Grubb Draws day. So, there we go. Right then. Tally-ho. But I do, obviously, quite exhilaratingly appreciate your comment. I'm right there with you. Right there with you, kid. I don't know what's going on with that arm. It looks sickly. So I'm going to draw the shadow over here just a little bit and bring that back with the camera over there too. Right here. For everyone to see. I'm not trying to be greedy with my creativity, you see. I want to flaunt it. I want to share it. I want to destroy the person, the human behind the doodle. I want to break it down into 1,000,000 pieces with 1,000 ugly souls and a bunch of beautiful ones as well. And then make a behemoth, a monster, and bring that monster to life. And just doodle, just doodle about that kind of stuff. Who's talking? I didn't see so. The chat's different now because you just waking up. Hey, Smokes. Good morning. I'm just waking up too. I've been up since 3, but I'm just now waking up because that's what's up. You should know that. We're from the same place. I don't even know where you're from. I'm originally from Chico, California, which is the area that I kind of grew up in. Northern California, an hour north of Sacktown, Sacramento, sacrilegious town, whatever you want to call it. We just call it Sacramento. But yeah, and before I had ever spent much time in Sacramento, I had a character named Captain Z, and he was the superhero for Sacramento. And in my comic books, when I was like in the 5th grade and stuff, I used to draw skyscrapers like it was New York City. And then finally one time I drove by Sacramento, and there was 2 buildings, and they were 20 feet tall, both of them. They were the highest ones in all the land. Nobody believed me until I showed them the pictures. It's a long story. Sorry, friends. The chat keeps going away, so I can't read it in time. Northwest Illinois, cool. From North Carolina. Cool, Melissa. North Carolina. Well, lollipops for everyone. Oh, golly gosh darn dang. All right, let's sing a little song here. Northwest Illinois, South Carolina. Well, I'm from Southern California right now. Oh, 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 never gonna go home, never gonna die. Never gonna go to that black hole in the sky. Yeah, everybody, let's draw. Yeehaw. Not sure exactly what that song was about, but I'm pretty sure you caught the whiff of it. Okay. And I was thinking she should be saying something, but then there could be something else going on. I don't want to interrupt. I think it's important to let bygones be bygones. And if you're going to stick to your guns, do it. Don't go back on who you are just because some other boring normie told you that was the way you could only ever the way you do it. The crows, man, outside, they just go, wah, wah. They make the funniest fun. I could do it. I could do like a falsetto version of it, but it's what is it, 6:30 in the morning here, and I don't want to do it really loud because my falsetto, I could bring down the walls of Jericho with my falsetto. Okay, I'm not joking around anymore, even though I was. I'm scared, but I'm okay. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. Okay, let's put a little crease right there. Perfect. What's this weird little Ricky Rat angel thinking about? What's it daydreaming about? What is going on there? I don't even know. No offense or hate, but it kind of looks like your drawing was wearing Mickey ears at first. Why would you think that? I mean, why would you think that? I just don't get it. You need to get off my lawn. I've had enough hate for one day. I promised I wouldn't ugly cry. Melissa, you have done it. Done it, girl. Sorry about that. I have to do that for the sponsors. It helps the ratings if I go off an ugly cry every, 20 minutes or so. It's in my contract. So anyways, as we were saying, Melissa, no, it's a play. It's definitely a play on Mickey Mouse. I draw Mickey Mouse all the time. I was actually going to draw him right down here in his crotch. If you'll follow me down here, if you'll follow me. What movie is that from? Oh, Trimming the Hedge, sir. What have you been eavesdropping, Sam? Wait, what have you heard, Samwise Gamgee? Oh, nothing, except for a ring and a dark lord. But I was trimming the hedges, if you'll follow me. I've thought of a better use for you. Can you carry Frodo's stuff? I mean, he's gonna go on this journey and he needs somebody to carry his stuff. Can you do that? Cool. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm Gandalf. Yeah. I know. You're Samwise. I know. Let's get on the road. Okay, guys, let's go. That would be my version of Lord of the Rings. Hey, everybody, let's go. We're going to Mordor. Yeah. They've got to have more than one door to get in, one gate, right? The black gate can't be the only way in there. It says Mordor, not no door. 'Tis would be the world that I lived in, Melissa, if I had my way. Everybody would have lollipops and look like Mickey Mouse at the end of the day. No ifs, ands, or buttocks about it. I guarantee it. Absolutely, almost guarantee it. We are put here for a reason, and I know mine. I know my purpose, and it is to pet as many porpoises as I possibly can. While I can. And if anybody has a question about that, they can take it up with my producer. What's that? Nothing, Terry. I was just making a joke. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's my producer. He's kind of an a-hole. What's that? Nothing, Terry. Jeez, he has good ears. Good microphones. What microphones? Where are they at? I thought the only microphone that was out here was on my phone, and in my lapel, and in my kneecaps, and in my inside of my ears, and inside of my brain. What the hell? You've been putting them inside of my brain? Now he's feeding me lies. Okay. See? Mickey ain't all that bad. He just lacks freedom. The freedom to be disgusting. Something like that. I know it's a little lopsided. But I'm not going for perfection here. I'm just trying to impress you guys. That way you can send me gold. Lots of gold. You know, whenever I watch something on YouTube and I think to myself, how much gold could I send this person? That's right. I think about that all the time. Well, link is in the description, friends. It's right there waiting for you. Just all you have to do is look. I guarantee you won't be disappointed, but you will be out a few bucks. Send me your gold, please. Oh gosh, I'm missing more. Oh, no top fans. I don't like the top fans thing. Ah, no. Cancel. I want to see this. Oh my gosh, go away thing. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, I'm getting to him. Bye, Melissa. Farmer Market. Cool, have fun. Be safe. Hello, Black Mirror. How are you? I'm using a different stand. My mother got me these awesome stands, but they jiggle a bit. It's kind of like you got the not the spins, but you got the bouncies. And everybody's bouncing around. I like them. Though. They're perfect. Make it a lot easier. I don't have to have the music stand like in front of me anymore. The unfortunate thing though is that I promised my mom that I would pay her back. So if you guys wouldn't mind sending me gold, and a different music stand. Plenty of different music stands would be cool. A new mattress, maybe some socks, and a scalpel. I have some armpit hair that got infected. I need to dig it out. It's not coming out the normal way. It's going in towards my heart, and I need to stop that bugger before it Well, frankly, before it kills me. I'm just kidding. I'm in no danger. I'm in no hurry. Mark my words. Who is Mark and why? What does he care about what I say? What does he care about my words? Yes. I don't understand this world. Wait, what did I do? Okay, we're good. Top chat. Hold on, everybody. Okay, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. So is the horizontal thing different? Is it not? Is it not enjoyable? Because usually I do have like 5 million people watching me. So I'm just wondering if that's the only difference between this and how many millions and billions of views I usually get when I go live. But no, I mean, because I've only ever gone horizontal like twice. And I don't know if it's more enjoyable or easier to watch. But I'm open to suggestion from God and all the angels. Thank you. Amen. I'm waiting on a reply from the big bearded man in the sky. It is Sunday after all, friends. I hope you and yours are well. Happy. I hope your bellies are full and your hearts are full as well with love. You deserve love. And you deserve happiness and some peace. We all deserve a little peace. Hey, what kind of channel is this? Oh, knock it off. Making jokes like it's 1996 in here. Well, that's the year that I came into my own. You were 99 years old. Yeah, I know, but still, it took me a long time. A late bloomer, what do you want from me? I want your gold. Give it here, please. Hey, Storie. Yeah, Terry. Hey. Yeah, can you, less talk, more draw. Less talk, more draw. Sorry, Terry. Man, I don't know how he... Sorry, Terry, I don't know how he does that. All right, just pointing right there like I'm doing something important, like I'm measuring something and doing something. Oh, earthquakes, everybody, hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You like the other format because I'm used to being able to scroll up and down on... Oh, right, yeah. So I should change it back so you can change the channel? I'm just kidding. It's easier watching horizontal if I don't decide to chat. This way I can choose to watch the full drawing without... Oh, okay. This is more of a video layout. I know, that's the thing I've realized too. I realized this after I did the art club, my art club or Fight Club parody called Art Club, which is in my playlist. You should go check it out sometime. It's kind of funny. I did it last year around this time. And I realized that, well, I obviously knew that I was filming it horizontal and stuff, but it wasn't until I went inside and tried and watched it on a TV, that I was like, oh man, it would have been cool to have done it horizontal, because it would have been, I had like, when I was done with that thing, what was it? I had like 48 minutes worth of, I did, the first cut of it was like 48 minutes long because there was so much stuff I put into it. So many references to the movie, and I just changed it all to about art, and they would like fight each other and then make art together. and then they eventually took over whatever, but yeah, I just wanted to have some video. I want to have some videos that are horizontal, because then maybe, the people that like the horizontal ones could watch this one. Or I should just do some that are more like tutorials, make them horizontal, and then do shorts that are tutorials, like sped up. I know what I should do. It's just that kind of stuff is boring to me. I don't want to like... I know what I'm supposed to do to get people to follow me and to get better views or whatever you call it, but more attention, I guess. But I also just like earning my subscribers. I always feel like I'm cheating if I'm promoting something, because it always says promote this short. Spend $20 and reach 20 people. And believe me, that kind of stuff just does not pay off. Even if 5,000 people watch your video, nothing happens. Just 5,000 people watched your video. Who cares? You know what I mean? I mean, to me that's a big deal, but to others, that's. I heard this guy say that if he doesn't, one of these big content guys, which I watch all the time. I love his stuff. His Wow Such Gaming. I watch his zombie. He's like, everything wrong with zombie movies and stuff. And I like him a lot, but he said something that surprised me once. He said that if he doesn't even get like a 500,000 views per video, it's not worth it to him anymore or something like that. I'm like, 500,000 views? Holy crap! I'm happy with 500 views per like short that I put out. But I don't know. I just don't know how people even break into that world like that. That's insane for me to even think about. I look at certain videos and I'm like, 250,000 people have watched that video, like, and it's just some guy just doing the silliest thing you'd ever imagine, just something normal as hell, and but for some reason millions of people watch them, and other people try and try and try, and they just can't break into it. It's weird. Me, I don't know what I'm doing with it anymore. I like to think that I could monetize my channel someday and get that way like I've said before, I can make it bigger and do better sketches and have a place to go to, and actually like a studio where I could build things and make messes with paint, and because I can't paint where I am right now. I don't have access to like water and like a rinse sink and stuff like that. So everything I do has to be very controlled out here, unfortunately, except for when I'm out of control. The world is a funny place, friends. I think it's like the second I stop trying to fit in, it will be the day that I finally do. It'll be the day that I finally diddly do. It's Sunday. I woke up from crazy freaking dreams, and I'm feeling a bit dramatic. Lo siento to my Spanish speaking friends. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. All right. Let's catch up here. I'm sorry. Hello, Damone. I watched Zach 2. Yeah, dude. I played. Those are the only two video games I play. That's what drew me into his channel, actually. Because the only freaking videos that I've played probably in the last 10 years is Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. Because I just don't have. I don't. Because I just draw all the time. But there's periods. I go through periods where I like kind of binge play, and those are the only games I can play because I just need that immediate kind of gratification, which those games definitely bring to the table. And I don't ever go live though. You can really hear the birds. That was not me. That was a bird. But I don't go live. The one time I did, it was really off-putting because some guy was just some like other person was just shooting me the entire time and wouldn't even let me get up until because I'm a skilled shot with my automatic shotgun, and I like he did it to me a few times, and I was kind of like, dude, get off my butt. And so I found a shotgun and I turned around and I just whipped his ass. Shot him into oblivion, but it was just annoying. So I just play like the regular versions and stuff. Anyways, I'm babbling now. I'm sorry. I love those games. I love just being able to shoot zombies, and the mood is so perfect for them, and the music is cool, and I like the things that the survivors say, and it's fun. And I can't because I have a really short attention span. I can't do like these long ass video games. I think I played Fallout once or something, and I liked it, but it was just so intense. I just want to get in and get out. You watched that and you blacked out your front tooth. What about Bob? I blacked out my front tooth. You put it into existence. Well, yeah, 'cause in that video, because in the movie, the narrator loses a tooth, remember? And he drops it in the movie Fight Club, and he drops it down the bathroom sink. And in my video, he's just sitting there talking to my version of Tyler, himself, and he pulls out it's actually my flipper that I pull out. So I'm holding like the retainer thing with like my flipper on it, and because it broke for like a long time recently, that's why I haven't been wearing my tooth. But then I was like, well, shit, it's like a trademark now. I might as well just not wear it anymore, or at least in this character. But um, those were the things, because then Tyler gets up and he's like, well, even the because when in the movie Tyler walks out of the bathroom and he's like, ah, the narrator pulls out the tooth and he's holding it and he looks at Tyler and Tyler's like, well, even the Mona Lisa's falling apart, And it's about art. That statement's about Mona Lisa. It's like the art of art, And so I loved how I was able to tie that into my stupid short, because my character gets up and he's like, well, even the Mona Lisa's falling apart. Because everything about my version was art, I changed everything to art as much as I could, anyways. But I also paid if you're a fan of Fight Club, you would definitely like it, because I've seen the Fight Club probably like 500 times. When I was young, I was like super obsessed with it. I've read the book and everything. Um, it was that was quite a. I saw it came out when I was 19 years old. It came out October 15th, 1999. Yeah, I was 19, and my brother and I went and saw it in Medford, Oregon. And then we went and saw it again the next night. And that's when we started seeing all the subliminal stuff. But it's that was a game changer for me. Just the whole style of it, and just the whole corporate kind of brainwashing. Basically, for me, it was just a way, because a lot of people interpret the Fight Club differently, or in certain ways, in these like definitive ways that I don't think it necessarily deserves. But it took me, like I've said before on here, it took me way too long in my life to realize that Tyler was the criminal. Like the Tyler was the bad guy, because he wanted to like kill. He didn't mind killing people, and for me, like that's a big no. So I'm pretty much against any kind of corporal punishment, unless it's like unless somebody like killed my dog or something. That'd be different. Let's see. Sorry, the chat keeps going away and I can't keep up with it. It has an AI, and the better you do, the more stuff they send at you. Online people are jerks. I easily could, actually. I should try that again. But that's the thing. I haven't played the video game in weeks now. I played it a few months ago, I think. I love the first one, how you can get the pistols, like the double handguns, and you go, because I just got it down to where you can just shoot those like a freaking minigun. What's going on here, everybody? I don't even know. I used to just sit and draw and watch people play video games, like Legends of Zelda and things like that, the new ones for the N64 or whatever it was. And GoldenEye, my buddy used to play GoldenEye all the time, and I would just like draw, and I just watch people play video games. And every once in a while, somebody looks over and they're like, "Whoa, what the hell? What are you drawing?" Because I was never able just to kind of sit there and just, because I mean, when I say I watch, I'm drawing as I'm watching. You know what I mean? And like, because there was I think it was for N64. Am I saying that right? And my friend in Grants Pass, he would play it. I would go to his place and we'd hang out, and we'd go up, smoke, and go into his room, and he'd play the game. And it was the ambiance of the whole thing too, like the music, and how you'd be running around as Link, and the world would be like the sun would be rising and setting, and you could hear the birds and the wind, and him running through the grass and in the gravel and the water, and the sound effects. It was kind of like the first time I was like, whoa, video games have freaking changed. Because I was never a big gamer like a lot of people were, which kind of made me kind of like a lone wolf, if you will. I'm a wolf, a lone wolf. No, just a lonely little puppy. More like it. I'm an analog kid through and through. That's how I do. This is a pregnant looking whatever the heck it is. Straddling some kind of Mickey head. Or maybe Mickey has him on his shoulders. I'll just do that. There you go, Mickey. You have a new friend. You little bastard. You're gonna kill us all, I know it. Look at his little arm. That is alarming. What, his arm? Yes, that's right. I didn't mean to. I meant no harm. I could have thought that one through better. Video games were my escape from the bullying. How did you can Google how to get your algorithm going. I wanna, you play Versus still? Versus? What's Versus? I should look I've seen that on there, but, oh, just like like one of your teammates? Like like a player 2 kind of thing? That'd be kind of cool. I think I did that a long time ago. No, because I mean, it's I ask. I think Jamon sent that, right? Yeah, because I did the same thing. This was my escape from bullies because I could do it anywhere too. You know, like when I was a kid, you didn't have, um, we had Game Boys and stuff like that, but I certainly didn't. And so my only escape from it was like a self defense mechanism. It was when I was nervous, and I still do it to this day. Like if I'm like in a situation, I get nervous when I'm in crowds and sort of like anxious, in like bus stations and airports. I just sit down and I start drawing, and everything just comes together. It's how I find my center, and it's how I kind of like ward off the other people's negative energy or something. It's like an invisibility cloak. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's probably what it feels like to some of you for doing different, however you deal with that kind of stuff. But sometimes, like I've said before too, um, when I was in high school and stuff, I'd just like sit down in gym class or something and be sitting there, and this group of dudes would walk up to me and start fucking with, start messing with me, and I'm just like a scrawny little white kid or whatever, and but then they see what I'm drawing, and they're like, "Whoa, man, that's pretty cool." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And they're like, "Can you draw one of me and my girl in a lowrider?" I'm like, yeah, absolutely, sir." I've actually made a lot of friends with um, a lot of like wannabe gangster dudes because I would draw them lowriders and lowrider bicycles, and they wouldn't beat my ass. It was pretty cool. It was a good arrangement. I do love that. I mean, I love even to this day. You can play as oh, that's right. You can play as the infected. Um, Even to this day, I see a lowrider out there in the real world, and I'm just like, oh man, that thing's beautiful. I don't know anything about cars. I just know that um, I love that. I'm attracted to like style, and certain styles over others, like the Chicano kind of style, uh, like lowriders and that whole culture, like because my step family it's a long story. My step family is all Latino and stuff, so I was literally the redheaded stepchild, like growing up. But I grew up in this huge family of Latino folks, and that culture was kind of always there, even where I was from before I met my step family. But Yeah, what a world. Hydraulics, yeah. Hey, Passer. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I missed you. I called all of the hospitals in Australia looking for you. We were just talking about lies. I was spreading lies. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, the thing with a lot of my friends wanted to have cars like that. My friends, anyways, their older brothers and stuff had low riders and stuff. So when I was in high school, there was this parking lot where they'd all park their cars, and my friends were Hispanic, and so we would go out there and hang out with their brothers and stuff. And I was like the only white dude in the sea of Mexican dudes. and but it's not like I went out there all the time. But then by the time and that was around when I was like a freshman, and right at the beginning of my sophomore year, right before I discovered Nirvana. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. Because I was actually dressing like, I used to try to dress like my friends too and stuff. And my dad was a cop. So he was like, hey, you can't dress like that. You're not going to school dressed like that. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah. But then I discovered Nirvana, and then I started dressing all grungy, all like pretty much overnight. We went on Easter break in '95, and and I and I my sisters were gone, and I took over their. I've said this before so many times in this channel, but that's when I just literally, like, the first time, in the movies, when you see like somebody like ripping up their clothes and cutting them, and writing on stuff and having like throwing things around. I had a freaking like meltdown, and I destroyed all my clothes, and because I had a room for the first time in months, because I had ran away from my dad's house and stuff, and I moved in with my mom and my stepdad, and my sisters, and I didn't even have a bedroom, so I just slept on the couch, and but my sisters were gone for Easter break of '95, and I took over my sister's room, destroyed it with my stuff, cut myself up. Sorry if that's weird, but yeah, I had like a huge, crazy, weird meltdown, and they were gonna put me in uh, a hospital for the weekend, but my stepdad's like, dude, you don't want to go to the hospital, man. It's very invasive. So the next day I just went to the hospital, the regular hospital, and they checked out my cuts, and then I was never the same. I was never the same. I was trying to get my driver's license, and I went in there, and I had cuts all over my arms, my fingers, my face, and the lady at the DMV was like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I said, "Chickens." I blamed it on chickens, and I told my grandma that too, because my grandma was like, "What happened to you?" And I was like, "My chickens," because I had 4 chickens at the time. I just said that they scratched me up. It was a weird upbringing, and like I've said before too, not trying to sound cool or anything, but because it's not cool, it's just how it was. But I'd never heard of anybody ever doing that before, and now it's like nowadays it's you hear about, it's like a thing. It's just a, apparently everybody was doing it, and I had no idea. But I had never heard about that or seen that or anything. So when I did it, I was just as shocked as everybody else. And that's what I mean by, I don't even know how I was going to finish that sentence. Sometimes you got to hit bottom in order to bounce back. But so yeah, next time I'll just stick with vertigo, and I should probably get going. I appreciate the company, everybody. Sorry to leave it in. I wasn't trying to leave it on such a down note, but I was thinking about dressing in my character, and just going out in public. I would love to go out and like interview people about art. You like have a shirt on or something that says "Ask me about art," or "Let's talk about art," or "What's your favorite piece of art?" You piece of... Oh, that wouldn't be good. But if I did, I wonder if people would actually even come up and start talking to me about art. It would be embarrassing if they didn't. I could turn it into a skit or a sketch. But I think it'd be fun just to go around and like say, is this art? And like point to things. And then I could point to somebody sleeping on a bench. Is this art? And then they look at me and they throw their poop at me. Just like last time. I don't know if you remember that, but it was very disgusting. And I spent the weekend in prison. Because I broke parole. I snapped it right in half like a tendon, scraping across a sharp shard of a bone. It wasn't my intention to go back into detention. If only I had retention for my attention span. But nope, not so far. So far, so it goes. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I was trying to learn how to scrape stuff, and I can't. I'm not getting anywhere with it. I need to get these different kinds of tools so I can do different kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The 3-day thing was the best choice I ever made if you get staff who really care. Yes, my dad was a cop. Muscle cars are the only got into. I could see why you get into muscle cars. Or cars in general. They're fascinating things. I've been under the pump this past week. Under the pump? Crazy. So that probably means you're tired, huh? I'm probably good with charcoal. I certainly like eating it. And it always looks good on my face. Right under my eyes is where I usually dig it. And in my nose. But is it coal or charcoal that you guys could also send me that I could turn in for rolls of pennies? And then I could take it across the street to the bank and get dollars for those pennies. I think it's regular coal. So don't forget to send me gold and coal and diamonds and hair strands and golden follicles of unicorn pubis. That would be wonderful. Oh yeah, this is what I was drawing. See, look how happy that little stupid ass looks. That's all I'm trying to get at. You own a muscle car, Ford 351 XYGT. Does that mean exigit? Is that like an acronym for exigit? I love that word. It rolls right off the tongue. Rolls of pennies, you can put them in a sock. Ooh! Now you're talking. I love socks. You can send socks too, just empty socks. I would take them. As long as they're laced with gold. That would be helpful. Nice, heavy golden socks. Let's see. Just send you rolls of... Man, the live stream got off to a rough start, but I'm really glad you guys stopped by. Because, yeah. Especially Passer. I was, like, worried. I thought that I had, said something or done something that kind of... Because people do come and go. And I was, like, worried for a second. I'm like, oh, man, at least I hope I didn't say something that, So, it's really good to see you. And I hope you're getting some well-deserved rest. And some well-deserved Australian dollars. Oh, you see my cat? Check out my cat. There she is. Oh my goodness, she's hungry. That's good to hear, Passer. Very good. People who get this get it, Yes, and I should know that by now. I'm just very, again, I have my self-conscious bits about me, and I'm not always afraid that I'm offending somebody, because you're always going to offend somebody, but it would always suck to offend somebody that you care about, especially if you didn't know it, and especially if you could fix it with just like one word and be like, oh no, I was joking or something. I've lost friends for much less, believe me. and you would ask, well, were they really your friends? And I would say, yeah. And then I would think back to all the other stupid shit I did that led to that. And I don't know, whatever. Can't be so hard on yourself. All you can do is just try to be better. Just try to be better. Not you guys, but me. I'm looking in the mirror right now. You beautiful bastard. Okay, everybody. I gotta get going. It's good to see you. See you all. You take care of yourselves. Get some rest. Love the one you're with. Be grateful. This is life. This is life. And it's ending 1 minute at a time. Later, Pastor. People would too. I know you always have my back, Pastor. You always have my back. Thanks, Jamon, and everybody else. I love you. Always have. Always William. Always William. Bye, Black Mirror.